Good evening and welcome to another news video of the Wanderlust Ron channel. Tonight, we're diving into a whirlwind of breaking news stories dominating headlines across the globe. From Elon Musk's latest legal battle to the ongoing saga of the Trump administration, we've got a lot to cover. We'll also delve into a tragic plane crash in Alaska, the latest developments in the Middle East, and of course, a look ahead to Super Bowl 59. This is a critical time to be informed, and we're here to guide you through the most significant events of the day. So let's get started. We'll be drawing from reputable sources such as CNN, the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Independent, and the Associated Press to bring you the most accurate and up-to-date information. Stay with us. In a significant legal setback, a federal judge has blocked Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, better known as DOGE, from accessing sensitive Treasury Department records. These records contain highly personal data, including bank account numbers and social security numbers. The judge's decision comes amidst growing concerns about potential insider threats posed by DOGE. Lawmakers have reportedly been inundated with calls from constituents worried about the implications of Musk's involvement in government affairs. Further fueling these concerns, the New York Times reports that Musk has been leveraging his influence to push for cuts to federal budgets and payrolls. This move has drawn significant scrutiny, with critics accusing him of prioritizing personal gain over the well-being of government employees. The judge's order mandates that DOGE destroy any downloaded copies of the sensitive data, raising further questions about the future of Musk's ambitious and some say alarming government initiative. President Donald Trump's attempts to dismantle the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID, are facing mounting legal challenges. A federal judge has temporarily blocked Trump's directive to place 2,700 USAID workers on administrative leave. This move comes as a blow to Trump's efforts to reshape the agency, which he has long criticized. Trump's actions have ignited a firestorm of controversy, with opponents decrying them as an assault on the Constitution and a dangerous power grab. They argue that the move undermines the rule of law and sets a dangerous precedent for future administrations. However, Trump's supporters maintain that his actions are justified, citing allegations of mismanagement and inefficiency within USAID. They argue that a drastic overhaul is necessary to ensure taxpayer dollars are being used effectively. This latest legal challenge further complicates the fate of USAID, leaving its future and the US leadership in the world hanging in the balance. The clash between Trump and the courts highlights the deep divisions that continue to plague the American political landscape. The president has been making headlines for a string of recent actions, adding fuel to the already raging fire of controversy surrounding him. In a move that stunned many, Trump revoked former President Biden's security clearance, citing unsubstantiated claims of national security risks. Adding to the turmoil, Trump has announced plans to dismiss current Kennedy Center board members and appoint himself as chairman. This move has drawn sharp criticism, with many accusing Trump of attempting to seize control of cultural institutions for personal gain and a dictatorial-like move. Furthermore, Trump dismissed the National Archivist, raising concerns about the preservation of important historical documents. Adding yet another layer to this complex situation, The Independent reports that Trump has issued an executive order prioritizing the resettlement of white South Africans in the United States. This order, justified by unsubstantiated claims of discrimination against white South Africans, has sparked international outrage and accusations of racism. This series of actions paints a picture of a president determined to exert his influence and reshape the country according to his own vision. In a significant development in the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Hamas has released 3 Israeli hostages in exchange for 183 Palestinian prisoners. The hostages, who appeared frail and visibly shaken, were reunited with their families in an emotional ceremony. However, the release has been met with mixed reactions. While the return of the hostages is undoubtedly a positive development, Israel has criticized the shocking images of the hostages' condition during their captivity. The prisoner exchange, is part of a fragile ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, brokered by former President Joe Biden and international mediators. This latest development underscores the complexities of the decades-long conflict and the ongoing challenges in achieving a lasting peace. The international community continues to call for both sides to exercise restraint and work towards a peaceful resolution. Tragedy struck the Alaskan skies as another Bering Air commuter plane crashed near Nome, Alaska. Sadly, all passengers and crew members on board were confirmed dead. The wreckage of the ill-fated aircraft was located on sea ice, painting a grim picture of the devastating crash. Authorities have launched a full-scale investigation to determine the cause of the crash. The National Transportation Safety Board will be examining the wreckage, flight data recorders, and interviewing potential witnesses to piece together the events leading up to this heartbreaking incident. The small Alaskan community mourns the loss of life as investigators work tirelessly to provide answers to this tragic event. The countdown is on to Super Bowl 59, where the Kansas City Chiefs will face off against the Philadelphia Eagles in what promises to be a thrilling showdown. Football fans across the nation are gearing up for the big game, buzzing with anticipation. Adding to the excitement, legendary quarterback Tom Brady will be in the broadcast booth, providing expert commentary and analysis. This will be Brady's first Super Bowl appearance since announcing his retirement from professional football. Interestingly, The Independent reports that ticket prices for this year's Super Bowl are down compared to previous years. This could be attributed to a number of factors, including the current economic climate and the teams competing in the championship game. Furthermore, there are concerns about potential travel disruptions due to a dense fog, dubbed super fog, blanketing certain areas. Despite these challenges, the excitement surrounding Super Bowl 59 is palpable. Now, let's shift our focus to some other noteworthy stories making waves today. Trump's ongoing attacks against diversity, equity and inclusion programs continue to spark heated debate nationwide. Critics argue that these actions are discriminatory and will have a chilling effect on efforts to promote inclusivity. In a particularly striking example highlighted by The Independent, an Army museum has been forced to cover a display honoring transgender soldiers due to pressure from Trump and his supporters. This incident underscores the real-world consequences of the ongoing backlash against DEI initiatives. Meanwhile, the Amazon labor union saga continues to unfold with new developments. Workers at a warehouse in Alabama are voting on whether to form a union, a move that could have significant implications for the future of labor organizing in the tech giant. And in a sign of the times, grocery prices continue to climb, putting a strain on household budgets across the country. Economists are closely monitoring the situation, with some predicting that inflation will persist in the coming months. And that brings us to the end of our whirlwind tour of today's top headlines. As you can see, we're living in a time of constant change and uncertainty. It's more important than ever to stay informed and engaged with the world around us. Remember to consult multiple news sources to get a well-rounded perspective on the issues. Don't rely on just one outlet for your information. Be critical of what you read and hear, and always be wary of misinformation and propaganda. Stay curious, stay informed, click like and subscribe to our channel, and most importantly, stay engaged. We'll continue to bring you the latest news and analysis, so be sure to tune in tomorrow for another look at the stories shaping our world. Good night. See you in the next one.